Welcome to Ascending Soul. In this series, we focus on the ways in which we abuse ourselves with thoughts and unconscious limitations. We examine the unconscious beliefs that govern how we act and react in our world. We discover how negative and critical abuse is held as shadow deep in the psyche and the physical as cellular imprints. It is time to look upon old and even ancient memories, to no longer fear them, but allow them to come to awareness so that memory can be forgiven, blessed, transformed, healed and released. It has been buried, and it is time to excavate and clear it out. It is time to unlock the prison, which is the terror, hurt, fear, and dramas you have created. When we operate from a place of reaction, it is from the victim consciousness or inflamed ego. It is not from the heart or awakened mind. It has no compassion, kindness, or love. Think how easily, how quickly judgment, blame, or your need to share an opinion comes to the mind. You are here to conquer reactiveness and heal the inflamed ego, victim consciousness. In childhood, we are imprinted with the beliefs, I am not lovable, I am not worthy, I am not good enough. The child within has been moulded by the shadow, the wounding, by the men and women in their lives, mother, father, teacher, caretakers, grandmother, grandfather. All belief systems coming from the field of the parents and of the culture and time frame into which you incarnated. All imprinting in the mind and the nervous system of the body. These are cellular imprints, which ultimately cause dis-ease in the body-mind. The damage, hurt, pain or shadow felt and stored from the feminine translates into limiting ourselves in intimate relationships, beginning with ourselves. Liking, respecting and loving self. The wounding or shadow from the masculine limits the creative flow and ability to create right livelihood, to take compassionate action, to move forward in life. The shadow inflicts other patterns and limitations, which will be discussed in the series. When you came as a soul into physical embodiment, you were given the opportunity to learn to honor yourself and others. You are here to know and be love, to be compassion in action, to radiate the divine beingness that you are. Every time you had to bargain for love as a child, you received a lesson in integrity and self-responsibility. When you were controlled, abandoned, abused, you defended yourself by attacking or withholding love. These were lessons in self-empowerment and equality. It is time to enter into a new classroom, to let go of your story, the past, and to claim your divine right as a sovereign being. This is the beginning of your forgiveness journey. Forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others. It is not mastered in one exercise. It's a practice. To love yourself as you are. Forgiveness is a tool to release the past, the story you have believed about yourself and others. It's time to take back your power through responsibility. The ability to respond from a conscious awareness. Not old playbacks in the mind that are stuck on repeat. Like a playlist or the old tapes constantly playing in the background of the mind that trigger and cause you to react, to respond and behave in ways that are fearful and from wounding. Every shadow obscures our light. Every wound is an opportunity to heal and become the divine light you were born to be. You're here to shine brightly and transcend all shadow, to cast off limitation and live joyously, free of the past or future, in the now moment where all is divine. Breathe into it. Just feel your breath. This is you, breathing in life. Breathe in all the possibilities open to you in this moment of change. You will come back to this forgiveness practice many times to freely love yourself without conditions. You have within you the capacity to heal. You have the resources for self-understanding and for altering self-concept, attitudes, and self-directed behavior. To be yourself freely without ego requires genuineness or authenticity. You're learning how to be authentic with yourself, to stop denying feelings and thought patterns. You need to show yourself complete acceptance and regard for your feelings, whatever they are, to be your own witness to your feelings, to know that whatever is felt and released is accepted as a healing mechanism. As you value your feelings, honor your process, and begin to care for yourself, you develop empathy for the wounded aspect within. You learn to sense accurately the feelings that emerge without judgment, but with great compassion and love for yourself. As you accept, honor, and care for yourself, you become more authentic, more real, because it is freeing. You are freeing yourself from the prison of self-doubt, criticism, and guilt that robs you of the joy to process your own feelings. Breathe that in. To embark on the journey of transformation can precipitate a period that's been called the dark night of the soul. I prefer how the Way of Mastery describes it. It is the dark night of the ego and the healing of the soul. The wonderful thing is, when we commit to this path of awakening, we've enormous help from our own higher self, as well as the angelic realm, ascended masters, highly evolved spiritual beings such as guides and star beings. If you're not familiar with working with your higher self, I suggest you listen to the free meditation audio on how to connect with your higher self. Your higher self really is a powerful divine mediator between you and the highest divine aspect that you are, the God Self. We will be working with and building a relationship with the higher self throughout these audios. Take your time, honor your process, and be kind to yourself along the way. You're giving yourself a gift. The gift is you unwrapping the sacred awakening heart that's fully loaded with love. I invite you now to breathe in and exhale fully. Contemplate these questions. Go within and answer honestly. Do you come with a desire for change, to be authentic, loving, a playful expression of your grandest self? Do you have intention to forgive and bless yourself and all the creations that are based in the unconscious, ego-driven shadow mind? Do you have willingness? Are you willing to see things differently? Can you allow and be in a state of allowance for the process? Can you surrender your ego mind, the lower self, and invite in the highest good with your higher self or Holy Spirit leading the way? Perhaps you have doubts. We'll work with those. Perhaps you're scared of what you may uncover. Be assured that everything brought to the light is always louder and bigger in the shadows. Can you begin with a willingness to allow? Start with that. If the answer is yes, then let's begin.